Now, what are these vibrations? That is the love. So the communication is like this. If you have the light, you can see things. So when you see things, the light is there, and light gives you the perception, gives you the vision to see things. In the same way, when you are enlightened, what happens? That these vibrations start flowing, just like the light. And in that light, you can see things which are good and which are bad. But sometimes we put the same parameters as human beings do. Like you go to some house, a very nice house, very good house. All these things make you very happy. But actually, what about that house? Is it having good vibrations or it's having bad vibrations? Is it worth living there or not? Like the other day they told me they can get a very nice place in Milan, little beyond Milan, on rent, very cheap. I said, why is it so cheap? Immediately I felt the vibrations of the place. I said, did you go and see the vibrations of that place? They went and saw it was all burning. Then they found out that there was a Scientology there for years together. I said, that's not the place where you can live. You have to have a very pure place. Even a hut of a poor man would be better than this comfortable so-called place. So one has to use the vibrations all the time to understand everything that you are doing. In that also it can be misleading. Some people feel vibrations and they tell me, Mother, I felt the vibrations and I felt I should marry this man. I said, you did feel the vibrations? Yes. Yes, I did, very much. And I must marry this man. And when I see the man, I see the bhoot in him. I said, my God, what sort of vibration this lady has felt about. So in your judgment, what is there? There's no pure knowledge. So see how connected they are. Vibrations, which is love. And also the other thing which you have to have is the knowledge, the pure knowledge, the true knowledge. We can say that pure knowledge and true knowledge is like the energy, like electricity. And the way you feel it, the way you understand it, it exists, that is love. People don't understand also what is the love is. They get mad after someone and say that, Mother, I think that I'm in love with that person. And after 5 days they'll come and say, Mother, no, I won't have anything to do with that person. Why? Because you have not got the pure knowledge. You did not feel the pure knowledge in that person through your vibrations. Now see how connected it is. Like we can say the sun and the sunlight. What is the difference between the two? Sun is there, when sun comes, there is sunlight. So what is the difference? Or we can say the moon and the moonlight. What is the difference? There is no difference in these two things. One is the moon and another is the light. So all these things are very, very confusing, that we don't understand how confused we are about it, and we don't understand how our vibrations can mislead us. Because vibrations are there, all right, but sometimes even if they are missing, just to justify yourself, you will say, we have vibration. And we feel that it's very good, excellent. And later on, you will discover that it's not so. So, even now, when we are realized souls, we should know what is encompassing us, which is around us. What is that which makes us feel that it's all right, it is good, we should have it. Once we start understanding that vibrations of pure knowledge are of a very different nature. Then you are not attached to that person, you are not attached to that family, you are not attached to that country, nothing. But what you feel is the pure vibrations coming to you. This is the point which is very confusing. When you say, my vibrations are good, I like those vibrations, and while you jump into the ocean of filth. Many people have asked me, Mother, why is it sometimes we make mistakes? You do not make mistakes. It's your ignorance which is darkness. And that's why whenever you plunge into it, you fall into trouble. So, to understand that our knowledge has to be completely clear. Like in our house, supposing we have a lamp, it's dirty, you cannot get the light. In the same way, if our heart is not clean, especially our heart, if it is not clean, then we start doing things believing that it's right, by which we hurt ourselves or others. It's a very, very common error in human nature to identify wrong things as right and just to make themselves look such a great, such a divine thing. As I told you now, there are people who want to say divide the country. Simple reason they want to divide. Now they want to divide because they want to have importance. The few people who want their importance will instigate others, tell them, all right, we must have freedom. If we have freedom, we'll have this country for ourselves. Then we can develop ourselves. Or a part of the country which is richer, which is better off, they will think that it's all right, we'll have all the money to ourselves, we'll have everything to ourselves. So they divide. They can divide in the name of religion, in the name of prosperity, whatever it is. But if you divide the country, actually you are facing a big problem. Because you have seen that wherever people divide, they fall into a kind of a dark, dark dungeon from where they cannot come out. It's just a few people whose ego is that they want to have some land as their own, but they die. Not only die, some of them are murdered. And like that, all that idea that we'll have this possession of the land goes away. So in the same way, we can see on smaller things also. In smaller things also, we are very much identified that if I have this thing, then everything will be fine. You cannot understand how people just jump at things and say, oh, Mother, this is ours, we must do this for ourselves, openly. They don't think it's wrong to say that this is my country, I must do for my country. Then another says that this is my country, I must do for my country. As long as there is this my and I, that means there is no knowledge. The knowledge, as I told you, pure knowledge, is that which gives you a pure light. Pure light means pure vibrations. Now vibrations can be misleading, as I told you, or could be the quantity of vibrations can be less or more. But it's another way to see. Is to see for yourself, why do you want to do a particular thing? Mental also you can use parameter of mental understanding. Why do I want to do it? What is the gain for all the people? If you start thinking from that angle, that what is the gain for others? What will they gain by this? Why should I do it? You will be amazed. You will get the real picture of what you are doing. So you must keep yourself all the time in a state where you witness yourself. You see yourself that why am I doing this? What is the purpose? Sometimes it could be some conditioning, could be some sort of a psychological thing, could be anything. But if you start watching carefully why I am doing it, You'll be amazed that your vibrations itself will start telling you on your fingertips. But sometimes the vibrations are so superficially coming, I got the vibrations, I'm this, I'm that. For this reason, I'm saying again and again, though you are such a nice family of mine, and we are all so much blessed, and we have so much of knowledge with us, we should be very wise. If there is no wisdom, if there is no wisdom, we can never understand what we are doing.